National Football League. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He had the green light to sling it last week. Over 450 yards passing. It's the Dolphins and the Patriots, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the field down conversion. The Dolphins are 5-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 21 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. Running backs locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Tua going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They run with Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
New England trying to get a place on offense. So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Mayfield to throw it. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 9 catches, 88 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now we give up the middle to Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease, the first.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Man, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
Seibert's kick is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to pass. Tua. knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. The quick slant caught. And now this is going to depend. And they say he's just short. Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Agnew now to return. Miami set to take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he gets it down to the 32. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Harris bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, guys have got that arm can. After Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch, he's got to the run machine. He dumped out a wicked stiff arm.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team.
Now a loose football, the ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. And the short field, and then they work it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. And again, it's Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Mayfield's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this down inside the 15, even the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mayfield now. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins taking over now late in this 1st half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pats at the line ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results in 9 yards. 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Mayfield. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. They go play action. Mayfield going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Play fake. Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation that we're partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips, the former 1st-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the 2nd half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the 1st time this afternoon. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their 1st possession of the 2nd half. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
On the give, this is Harris. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. 2 are going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stopped so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Mayfield looks to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Awesome.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. To throw, Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line drive. The throw took it a little too far, it's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Fourth down, and Baker Mayfield gives way to his teammate in Oklahoma, kicker Austin Seibert. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run. Back now in Miami. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that gets him back within 10. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to pass to him. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of the first down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Stevenson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here's 2nd and 10. They run with Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by a field goal. A minute 46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Mayfield. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here's Baker. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. Throwing the out route, he's got Parker. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Mayfield. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. The 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Sanders on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Mayfield. He's got Smith-Schuster. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Mayfield. He's got Henry. And he's going to have a 1st down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now in the year. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP.